And we back for another one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Go Raj Talk, where every dollar has discipline and every lesson has purpose. It's your boy Cam, and to my left and probably your right, Cuzzo Yoda B is in the building. What's happening?
What's good? What's good?
Hey man, it feels good to be back. Hey, just in case y'all didn't see it, latest episode is up on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna drop the link in the description. Also, if you following us on the Facebook page, link is up there too. It's posted at the top, so make sure you go check that out. It's a little lengthy, but it's a whole lot of information, whole lot of gems packed up in there. So, but we gonna keep this thing going. It don't stop there. Um, hey, go ahead and pop in, Lando. We got a special guest this evening.
Yeah.
hey, that's a future superstar in the making, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. If you haven't heard it at all, he 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 one of them ones. That what the people say. He one of them ones. mm, mm. But yeah, good to see you, Cuzzo. Good to see you. Yeah. Hey, so I don't know about you, but I got some stuff today that might break the internet, man. They might shut us down again because it's going against the grain, like we usually do. But I'm gonna let you do your thing first, though. It's what I got is heavy.
Why we gotta start with the
But
light?
we know what? I'm gonna just jump right into it.
Yeah, bro, let's jump into
I'm
it.
gonna jump right into it. So, well, first off, I'm gonna set the stage a little bit. So tomorrow, September 1st, right? So everybody getting into the new month, new me, all this. So listen, this how we gonna do this. This how we gonna do this, right? Tomorrow, September 1st. We rocking out for the rest of the year with the information that I'm about to put out. So we're gonna lock in. We're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna stay disciplined for sure. Matter of fact, that's the word for the month for September is discipline. Like whether you an athlete, whether what I'm saying, we out here running a podcast, or you out here getting this money, got to stay disciplined. Now I'd be the first one to say, hey, I have not had the best of discipline in the past, but we're not looking backwards, we're looking forward. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lock into this info. And whatever, what I'm saying, whatever Yoda, whatever you got to drop to, we locking in. The time is now. We done rebranded. We done came back hard. We done came back fresh. Now it's time to really lock in. You know what I'm saying? Last episode, we got the jitters out. We fine-tuned a couple things. What's about to occur going forward is what's gonna set us up 3, 4 years down the line. So to start off, XRP is not what you think it is. Mind you, I was literally about to come up here and just go all in on Bitcoin and XRP. When I did my own research, XRP is actually operating off of hype. Now they talk about the meme coins, they talk about Doge, they talk about the Shibas, and the XRP is actually operating off of hype. Now, your modern day influencer is probably not gonna tell you that because they done bought a whole bunch of it and they hyping it up. So when I did my research, and I'm about to pull up the information here shortly. There are a lot of things that have to align, so to speak, for XRP to really do what the people are influencing and saying that it's supposed to do. Now, mind you, nobody ever asked the question as to why, if XRP is supposed to be, what they hyping up to be, why is it not price range with Bitcoin? If we looking at, a decentralized asset, Bitcoin, Ethereum, why is XRP sitting at, three and some change? Well, actually, it's not, because it dropped. I'm actually pull that up right now and give you an exact price on XRP. So now we sitting at $2.76. So Yodo, tell me why. Yeah, and it's a rhetorical thing. Don't it make you wonder as the why? If we hyping this up and it's at $2.76, but Bitcoin is over 100,000, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? And also, let me look at something else. Sitting at $4,424.27. Now, once again, people hyping it up. You know what I'm saying? Hype me up. Hype me up. You know what I'm saying? But it's not packing the same punch. So I'm like, okay, because no, literally, you know what I'm saying? I've been on the train. I actually been telling people, and I'm sorry for the folks that I've told. I'm gonna go back and correct myself. Um, but I've been saying, if you dibble and dabble into this cryptocurrency, shift into Bitcoin and XRP. But when my wheels get to turning, bro, then I get to doing the research and all that, and it's like it don't make sense. And then, like I said, it's a whole lot of stuff that needs to align for XRP to really do what the influencers are saying that they're gonna do. Now, let me take a look at my notes, because I don't want to, when they see this, I don't want them to come at me crazy. But I'm giving facts out here, so I want to make sure that I'm giving the information directly from my notes. Now, let's see. So basically, in just layman's terms, XRP is a wild card. It's not a foundational piece. It's not a real difference maker. It's a wild card. Now, if those things happen to align, congratulations to those who are holding a lot of XRP, because you're going to win. But at the same time, if things don't happen the way they're supposed to, then you're not going to see those type of returns. And that's not what, your local influencer, your local crypto guru is going to tell you, because they heavily invested into it. So of course they're going to want you to get into it, get into it, get into it. And yes, I almost fell in that trap. I did my research. And I'm here to save you some time that you don't have to use. Now, mind you, I do encourage you to do your own due diligence, as I've done. But at the same time, this is what we're here for. This is what Garage Talk is for us to cut down that learning curve, to cut down that time, to really make sure you stay on track and stay focused with the things that you want to do, and you just take the information that we give you and you add on to it. So let me dibble dabble back into it. Like I said, I'm just, because I took a bunch of notes on this, because it blew my mind, really, to see that there are actually other crypto assets out there that are worth buying more than XRP. But you don't hear about this stuff. So of course, like I said, my mind get to wondering. It's like, okay, Why are we focusing on this stuff? Like why? But it goes back to what I was thinking the other day. The whole sleight of hand thing. When they telling you to do this, they always doing something else over here. So when it comes to this financial stuff, bro, y'all gotta stay locked in because what I'm gonna bring you is basically what the big dogs are doing, and whatever they telling you to do, a lot of times it's the complete opposite, or really what they telling you not to do. Because when you think about it, just a couple years ago, they bashing Bitcoin. Oh no, don't buy Bitcoin. No, don't do that. It's used for money laundering. It's a scam. Now, what everybody talking about now? What is everyone talking about? They're not even talking about the dollar no more. Everybody and their mama and their grandmama, if she's still living, they talking Bitcoin. Now, mind you, I'm a dibble and dabble into the Bitcoin piece because that's the key factor in what we need to do to go forward. But I wanted to touch on the XRP piece. And if you got any questions, by all means, hit your boy up. You know what I'm saying? DM in the comments. I want to talk about this because they really hyped this up, and I was really about to put some bread into this. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that you can invest because this is not financial advice. You ain't gonna get us caught up. This is not financial advice. But what I'm saying is there are other players in the game to focus on. XRP is hype. Look at the evaluations. Look at the market caps. It don't match up to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because that was the main thing. It's like, okay, so if you got this main piece, because I mean, you think about the whole Ripple thing, and they're trying to say that, you know, XRP is used to make the transactions faster and all it is. It's like, okay, but still, why is the price point less than $3? From a financial standpoint, it just doesn't make sense when the big boys looking at thousands, hundreds of thousands, the foundational pieces of the cryptocurrency world make it make sense. Like I just did a little research. You know what I'm saying? I'm crypto is not my thing, but we gonna make it happen because I see the shift happening. We're shifting into this world of digital currency, and I want everybody within my earshot to be aware, to prepare, and to get ready. And if you choose not to, that's on you. You're gonna be on the outside looking in, and that's not what I want for our listeners, our viewers, and all that. I really need everybody to lock in on this. So we're gonna transition from that piece. You buy XRP at your own risk. So now we're gonna shift into the real stuff. So what we need to do is focus in on Bitcoin. Those two are the foundational pieces. Now it says a couple dudes that I follow. I ain't gonna name drop, but they've been pretty accurate with their predictions of the financial space over the past couple years. And at this point, if you don't have any Bitcoin, it's a problem. It's not it's a problem because when you look at the fact that our president has taken a lot of his assets and moved it into crypto, what you think you should do? And the crazy part about it is Trump is he's basically telling people to buy. That now that's one of the things which
Yeah, I think too. I think it's a big thing. They're pushing is the digital currency. I know one thing I could tell you is the most the most wealthy asset is you on the market. Um, One thing that I will say that is when you're born, when they give you a birth certificate and a social security, a social security number, excuse me, they trade that on the markets. In hindsight, you are the greatest asset because everything you do, they're trading it on the market, and it's like, but if you don't understand that and you don't know how to control that and know how to certify yourself in your right position under the right laws and regulations and stuff like that, then you have to play the game of digital currency. So it's either you can turn yourself into the digital currency or you just have to keep buying and trading just off of their digital currency. See, it's two games being played here that they're not telling you. And that's the other flip side of it. You got to invest in you first and figure out how all that correlates. And I mean, so I think that's the most part that they don't even really talk about is you as the greatest asset in the market.
Most definitely. And that
So, and
yeah.
that's the truth. And they don't really break down how you can go and really certify yourself to
Oh
really
no,
get that proper
they
distinction.
don't want you to know that.
Um, but they do it. They not even. I mean, they operate in somebody else's space. I mean, little do you know. But
and and outside of
yeah,
the financial space is like Yoda said, investing in you and getting the right things in place, no matter what, we always good. That
it's not
those
hard. It's just you just have to want to do it. It's not hard. It's like people try to
and
make
that
it hard because they get on the internet and just all these gurus and listen to everybody. It's not that hard. Just figure it out what works best for you. Not everything's going to work best for you in your situation. One thing's for sure. Certifying your birth certificate is one. Setting up a trust is another. Life,
we'll get into the trust talk.
but all that correlates into that. What I mean is investing in you first. You are the asset. That's the thing. The more you research how you are the asset, the more you find out how to correct that. Not just keep playing the monopoly game, which they want us doing, which is buying the Bitcoin, buying their shit, basically. But you can create your own. We're right. You can create your own. Become your own bank is what I'm basically saying. You have the power to do that. If you want to take that route, not everybody wants to take that route, and that's fine. But it's just an option that you do have.
You got the
But I do know people who operate in that way and living
you
very
gonna have to present that because you already know people gonna ask the question,
I
what
mean, I mean,
do what?
yeah,
You
we
got to
can
break
do
that
that
down. You
if they want, if they have to request that. I'm not gonna just. Yeah, we can talk about it if that's what they want. So we can break it down. We can bring up the slides. We can share screens. We can do that.
hey, we got the new platform, so any and everything is possible right now.
But
Shout
it's
out to
very
Riverside,
good. Um, so I know I'm gonna do it. So
and once again, that's what this is all about. Like we not just throwing information out there. Like these are things that either we're putting in motion or is set in line to be in motion. So we not out here. We not your local influencer, your local guru. That
well, I
ain't
mean,
what we.
a lot of these podcasts don't challenge the mind. They don't really challenge you. They just give you a bunch of
Nah.
bullshit. Talk about and really challenge you mentally. We don't really get nowhere. Keep doing the same thing. You got to be challenged mentally. A great teacher said, the day you stop learning something new is the day that you die.
Yeah.
Keep living. You want to learn something new every day. Keep yourself alive. Keep yourself upbeat. Because always that always stuck with me. Always trying to learn something new, no matter what it is, big or small.
Nah. That's real.
Yeah. So it's doable, man. But I'm interested to see, the information you have about why you shouldn't really be dabbling too much in the XRP. So I just want
Yes.
to add that piece in there because that's definitely being a thing that's being the main focus is you giving up your assets to buy their assets. It's essentially, in so many words, that's what they want you to do. Um, so they give you all these things, they create all this chaos and all this stuff. So you just got to read in between the lines because they operate in a whole different space.
Yeah.
Allow them to. We just got to be held accountable for that too. Just know there's more of us than them. So it doesn't really matter what they do. We're the
And, and that's the thing. You know what? You just brought up a big point. It's more of us than them. Bro, let let me drop this on you. Nah, this is hot off the press, like fresh off the dome, freestyle type. What if black people as a culture, you know what I'm saying? Because you know I'm big on Black Wall Street. I'm gonna spin that around here in a little bit. Not today, but we're gonna get back to it. What if we created our own coin? Since everybody is in the space of creating coin, what if black people, these colored people, our culture, created our own coin?
We need trauma therapy or something. We run like we're so much. How can I say this in a way that makes sense? Like we're a face of the culture, but we don't really own the culture. Cause like we make everything cool, but we don't really own it. I think we
Hold
really.
on, B. Hold on. You you low, bro. I don't know
Well,
if something happened over there, but
what about now? I'm good.
yeah. Or you might have. I don't know what happened with the sound, but it just kind of it got low.
Is it better now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
But got what I was saying. That thing threw me off. But to piggyback to what I was saying, like, we gotta go through some trauma therapy or group meditations to really cleanse ourselves with a lot of this trauma, mental trauma. Um,
But you would think by now, niggas done been through enough trauma. Like
but
let's
go back to the culture thing. Yeah, I was
let's
saying
go
like
get it.
culture thing. Like we're the face of it. We don't really own it. We make everything popular. We make everything hot, but we don't really own anything. Like there's nothing we can say that we really owned and operate by ourselves without any type of inclusion of any other shit by any other group of people. So, but I just believe, you know, it's being manufactured and controlled to be a certain type of way. And I really don't know a lot of these stuff is really our core traditional values. So I just think we just made a face of something that's cool, that looks and looks popular, like high end and stuff like that. On the back end of that, it's really manufactured a certain way for us to operate in a certain way and not to really get to a certain level. It's like crabs in a barrel. It's not as something where everybody benefits off of. It's just certain individual and they put the main individual in front of you and say, "This is the blueprint. Follow this blueprint. This is another blueprint. Follow that blueprint." You know what I'm saying? It's like a recycle, and they can kind of control it with a certain number of people, but it's hard for them to control it when everybody's on that level. You get what I'm saying? Off the jump, it's really hard to control massive people when everybody has that opportunity, space to operate at that high level too, as well as others, and not just certain individuals that is handpicked to play that role. You know what I'm saying? So, if that makes sense. Um, as far as like the culture and stuff like that, I'm not sure if that's a lot of these things are really our true core traditional values and stuff like that. I think this was something that's been manufactured to us because we really haven't gotten anywhere. We deal with the same things We argue about the same thing still. We even have more division than we did back then than we do now. Real talk.
Crazy. Crazy.
And we just ignorance. Ignorance is the new thing. Like ignorance is like it's hot. Ignorance is hot right now. So you can tell by the music, things that's being displayed on television. um, telling the behavior of certain people, and we call that the culture. But you have to really stop and think: is that really massive group of people really operate in that space? I don't really. I think it's manufactured that way.
Yeah. And you would think, with the modern advances in technology and the easy access of information that, our people would learn more, read more.
Yeah, and we got to be careful with AI, because we are the source, and I think that's what the part that we're missing here. Yeah, I can holler at ChatGPT all day or AI or whatever, all these services, but at the end of the day, you the source. You're the main source. You have all the tools and techniques already within you. You just gotta put in the work day by day, stack days, be consistent, be disciplined, get up and do the same thing. And sometimes you gotta do stuff that you don't want to do, but that's just a part of the experience down here. Um, that you have to fight through those difficulties. But those difficulties is what pushes you forward to where you want to be. So that's we got to be careful with the AI thing and giving it too much power, because we think it's the most intelligent thing, but it's really us. We're the source. And
I'm
so
glad
many.
I'm glad you said that because um, I've had conversations with people about AI, and they're like, "Well, it's it's not really your thinking, or it does the work for you." And it's like, okay, let's look at this, because I mentioned this on the last episode. I dibble and dabble a little bit, but I can dive deeper into it today. When you're dealing with, we'll just keep it at artificial intelligence. You have to give it an input in order for it to create an output. Now, your ideas, your whatever is going through your brain for you to give it that input will determine what type of output is created. You can go as detailed as you want when it comes to artificial intelligence, or you can just be on some broad shit and just treat it like the average person treats Chat GPT, literally. But when you are focused and you know exactly, okay, this is what I need. I just don't have the time to do it. That's just one aspect of it. Because when you harness and really use artificial intelligence to your advantage and not using it as a crutch, that's when things start to shift. You not out here, and I'll reference it again, an average person using Chat GPT. No. Now, mind you, I use chat every day. I do, but I have a system in how I use it. It is an advantage to me. It's not a crutch, because everything I put into it still comes from the source. Still comes from here.
Well, that's what I mean. See, that's the thing people don't even get. And where is that information being transferred? Is it being transferred Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, like wirelessly, or is it literally being? You get what I'm getting at? Like it's pulling from
I
somewhere. You're
I
connected to something where it's pulling you from somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
I, I think in a sense, I think it's all, it's energy wavelengths. You know what I'm saying? it's all connected. The more that I interact with chat, you know what I'm saying, I'm starting to see like, okay, there is something interconnected. And people will say, oh, you know, you're crazy, you're this, you're that. But it's like when you go into depth on certain things and you start to realize who you are in the midst of these conversations, you see things a little differently. But people don't take that time. That's just that's just like going back to the XRP thing. People don't take the time to do the research. We out here listening to the wrong folks. I'm not saying you got to sit here and listen to me. You don't. We love to have you as a
You
subscriber.
gotta bring up scholarship. You gotta bring up scholarship too, man. I think it's important to really people want to really see a visual documentation or something that they can read that we're actually pinpointing where. You know what I'm saying? We definitely should start incorporating that soon with this new platform. We still gotta, we still playing around with it, but
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look into that how the wirelessly is connected, how everything's connected, and I'm gonna have some charts and we're gonna go through and figure out why we are the source and like you said, we're the input, but we need the output.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
need to know how to control the output.
And
Different level.
I'm glad you said that. Controlling the output. So, prime example, if I tell chat, hey chat, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Chat is going to give me a generalized X, Y, and Z, right? But if I say, hey, chat, I need you to give me X1, X2, X3, Y2, Y3, Z4, Z6, that's what it's going to give me. When you go into that further detail as what's in here, what's in the source, when you take it out and you give it to something that allows you to freely think and still create with a high level, that's how people got to think about this stuff. Like ChatGPT is not the Terminator. AI is not the Terminator. Like get get that out your head. Artificial intelligence is not Arnold Schwarzenegger running around with guns and getting to the chopper and all. And no, that's not it. Y'all really get that stuff out your head. Get off the hype train and really lock in and start to understand this stuff. Because that's how y'all get manipulated. Y'all don't understand nothing. Y'all don't care to understand. And then, you know, when a nigga like me tell you, hey, look, you can really do this, or Yoda say, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you understand this, you can really do this. Then y'all looking at us like we crazy, like we on some sci-fi shit. No, nigga, no. Lock in, really, really lock in, because it's a lot of y'all out there that have the creative space, or just you got questions that need answers. Do your research. Learn you something. It's way too much information out here for niggas to be on the same shit. Really. Like there has to come a point in time where elevation happens. Where the level of consciousness rises on all of us. Where we operating on the same frequency and we can make some things shake.
Yeah, I don't listen, man. I don't subscribe. I get like the whole Terminator and stuff like that. I get that with the Starlink and all of that. It makes sense, right? At the same time, you have to start creating a reality for yourself. And you gotta understand how powerful the mind is and what it projects with your thoughts. Realistic. your perception becomes your reality. So whatever you perceive, you're going to see. Just be mindful of that too. A lot of stuff is being put to surpass your conscious mind into your subconscious mind. And that's what really controls reality is your subconscious mind. So just know that and be aware of that and know how to control and master that. And I think that's, we got to get to, if we're going to get somewhere somehow, I'm not trying to say to the world, but for those who care that much on a path seeking more truth, then that's something you want to incorporate into apply into your everyday. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't subscribe to the Terminator stuff. I mean, I get it. It's definitely a thing. Like, I think there's half human, half robots and stuff like that operating. Of course, do I think there's soulless beings operating? Of course. Do they have technology where they can transfer consciousness and transfer to another body, like they showed you in Get Out? Yes. I'm pretty sure they have some crazy technology
Right.
that
Right.
they can do that with. I don't think they put out these new movies and documentaries for no reason. I think they're there for you to really look past the surface of things and really start to think about, look around in your everyday life. Really start to pay attention to the signs because the signs are always there. We just don't pay attention enough to it because we're so focused on a different reality. It's hard to perceive the one that we're really trying to create. We're so focused on other things and all these things that really don't matter. So, um,
Yes. The things that don't.
yeah, man, I think that um, I'm gonna do my job and due diligence. My homework this week is to really tie into AI and where is it pulling it from? What type of energy field is it pulling it from? I'm gonna start doing that. That's my homework. I'm gonna bring scholarship and we're gonna discuss why we the source and how this information is really getting pulled from us, and how we're really interconnected with the technology, and why we the main source. So I think that's very important. So that's gonna be my homework. So for the next episode, that's what definitely I'm gonna dive into, because it's very interesting as far as you know XRP and uh, Bitcoin. These things are very interesting, because the main component is you. You're the main source. So how can we tie that in and make the best moves so we can get the best outcome? Let's
Yeah. Yeah.
so game plan, formulate, we'll have like a little chart, break it all down. Because we can't be telling y'all research. We got to bring the research so y'all can see and then translate it week to week, and y'all can just check in, and maybe we can do like a daily check in from week to week, as far as like what type of information that we pull from, what do we use, how do we use it, where are we at, what type of outcomes did we get for applying information that we've been researching, we've been talking about, and how it all connects. So yeah.
In the meantime, stack up on your Bitcoin. Stack up on your third.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting to see, man. I'm
So,
waiting to
so
see what the master plans are behind me.
and I say that because as we continue to grow as people, and we taking the information that you putting out there, you still gotta be positioned, especially on the financial standpoint. And with everything going on with the dollar and all this stuff, like I said, people barely even talk about the dollar anymore because the dollar has no value. And that's crazy because, like, when you think about it, how often do you use cash?
Yeah, you have like a digital wallet now.
Everybody using their phones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta position yourself in the meantime. And I'm not saying, hey, throw your whole life savings at it. Position yourself, because That's what I'm about to do. Just slowly put yourself in position. And as we continue to learn, as we continue to grow, as will everything else. When that perception, when it clicks and you start to see things differently, then you're gonna have a whole nother level of understanding across all markets, across all facets of life. And it's gonna be like, whoa. So this what them niggas on Garage Talk was talking about. Ah. I was telling somebody about The Last Dragon the other day. They actually had never seen the movie.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna do a breakdown. I'm gonna do a big breakdown of that because that's
We need
very
that.
important. 'Cause that's my shit, man. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We need that.
man, I mean, that movie is everything. I don't really think people understand Barry Gordy like funded that movie. He was in the music industry, so he probably knew some high science. He just wanted to leave it to us. And came out in '85, man.
That's what I'm saying. This was in
I
the
was
80s.
I came crashing down in '85, so very interesting that came out at the same time. And I, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, subconsciously, I didn't even understand like what that movie was doing because I was just watching it. I watch it every day. You know, I knew all the lines. I literally watched that movie every day, and to now see it translate into what's really happening now, understanding life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's powerful. It's a powerful movie, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely touch into that.
If you have not seen The Last Dragon,
Please do, man. Change your life, man.
watch it. Because when he gave me the proper knowledge of that movie, it's like
Yeah, you see it differently, right?
when the nigga was glowing. Oh, another thing that came up, the last Matrix, when Neo was talking to the Oracle. I had a conversation about that. That scene, we're gonna have to pull that up. I'm gonna have to see if I can integrate that into the pod because that's heavy.
Oh, Matrix is a documentary. I think everybody should definitely understand that movie. Very
The
it's
Matrix,
a documentary about explaining life, um, or in other terms, but it's being said now is like simulation theory. I'll be getting into that. Very interesting. A good book to get is Holographic Universe. Good shit. Good shit. Make you think and trips you out because shit makes sense to you if you really pay attention. But
hey, and you know what? Let me touch on that real quick because I don't even think you realize what you just said. Paying attention. You niggas are paying attention to the wrong shit. And that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. And it's like,
don't get me wrong, it's cool to like make fun of like certain things like you see, but never take it serious to the point where you know, you're spending your last bread, you down bad, depressed, sad. That's when you know it's bad.
yeah,
It's good to make fun and crack a joke every now and then, but you know what time it is with stuff like with those distractions, what they doing. Like I'm gonna get it real to you. If people was really paying attention, like Micah Parsons in that situation was all planned out. He goes to the Packers. Packers have a G on it, right? The G.
oh, oh. That's what I was waiting on that. I
That
was
part.
waiting on that.
And then he wears a number 11, which is the two pillars, right? In the G, the two pillars in the G, right?
He say he gonna rock number one.
But that doesn't matter. It's the point is when you look at that picture, he has that number 11 on being traded to the Packers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's deeper than
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
forces of WWE. It's all one big movie scripted, and
You-
everybody's playing a role. Everybody's playing some type of character. That's why we had all these nicknames and stuff like that. They just
So let me chime in real quick. So I don't know if you've seen it. You may have. The Cowboys, which I'm not gonna say that I'm a fan of. I support the cause. I support the cause.
Man, bro,
That when you get into the word fan and fanatic, it's deep. We can talk about that another day. Because I just recently learned that, so I'm kind of iffy on saying that I'm a Cowboys fan. But they just paid Deron Bland $92 million for 4 years. Now, mind you, he's the pick six king is what they call him. But did he have the same impact as Michael Parsons? No, he did not. So this was way deeper than football. Just to piggyback off of what Yodi just said, it's there are things in place. There are things happening right in front of your face, and y'all ain't catching it. Like how you? So you telling me just from a purely financial standpoint, because we talk money. You're gonna trade arguably one of the best defensive players in the game today because you didn't want to pay him, but turn around 2 days later and give a nigga 92 million.
all right, so I'm gonna share this. I don't know if I can get back. Okay, let me share this.
You rocking out on a laptop today? You trying to share something?
Yeah, but I'm gonna figure out how we can do this seriously.
Well, so when you go to share, you got the two options, the screen and presentation. You should be able to go to screen, and then if you got an open tab, you should be able to click on the actual tab.
All right, do you see?
Let me see. Let me see if I can.
Do you see
So
it?
I don't see it. I see you. Like if you click on share in this screen, whatever open tabs you have, like for example,
There you go. Got it. So you see, right?
there we go. There we go.
All right. So here is. I like to look up the etymology, which is the original true meaning of every word. It outdates your modern dictionary. It gives you the actual true meaning. So when we talk about a fan or a fanatic, insane person, mad, enthusiastic, inspired by a god, furious, mad, originally, pertaining to a temple, form, phantom, temple, shrine. So it also says festus, festive, meaning zealous person, person affected by enthusiasm. So this is what a fanatic is, right? So when you look at things like this, you start to question what I'm saying, why they handpick certain people, right? Right. So when you look at the symbolism of Jordan, he represents the air god, right? He's an Aquarius, right? Air sign, air god, right? He's flying through the air. I want to be like Mike, right? Michael, right? Isn't Michael an angel? One of the angels, right? Michael, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that go over people's heads that they don't pay attention to.
I don't even think they caught that, Yoda.
This is what I meant by that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but this is the start of how this platform is going to start turning out to be. Really bring scholarship so you can look and understand what these things mean and how they translate. And what I mean, these things go over your conscious mind, sitting your subconscious. That's what they they want to tap into and really control and master. That's the most powerful part of the brain. But yeah, so next time you want to get mad and over sports or complain and argue and all that stuff, just read this stuff, man. It's not to be taken seriously. It's all entertainment. It's just to make money to entertain you. It's not to be taken serious, man. Um, all these guys are playing a role. Enjoy it for what it is. You know,
I'm glad you was able to figure that out because we definitely using that going forward.
we working it out.
But but in the meantime, um, I'm gonna go ahead and share some myself. Ladies and gentlemen, need you to head over to the Garage Talk on YouTube. Uh, this is our back office at the moment. We got the latest episode that's out right now. I need y'all to go check that out. I need to watch the whole thing. It's packed with gems. Like we honestly did not intend to release this, but we did anyway for the betterment of the community. Um, yeah, I need y'all to head over there, hop on the Facebook page, like, comment. If y'all got questions, because I know Yoda be dropping them gems and a lot of stuff be going over niggas' heads. I know, because at one point in time I was one of them niggas. It's like this nigga said, "What? Wait a minute, slow down." But now I'd have been around this nigga long enough. I'm on a whole nother level. My state of consciousness is we beaming right now. So when the nigga speak, it's like, ooh, y'all didn't catch that? y'all, that's where we at. But that's the whole purpose of this. For y'all to get y'all up to speed. So that when he do speak, hey, you resonate with it. You understand it. You can apply it. You know, when I'm talking financials, we strictly numbers. You know what I'm saying? X plus Y equals MB. You know what I'm saying? It's algebra. It's algorithmic. You know what I'm saying? It is one set thing. You do this over the course of time, this is what you're going to get. But on the flip side, with the information that Yoda be talking about, this stuff has to be put into practice. You really got to lock in and want to get to that next level of consciousness so you can understand what this man is saying. I hope that didn't go over your head. Really, it's that's where we at. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna slow down. We gonna keep this train moving. We're gonna have periodic stops, but we gonna keep moving. And to go back to what I said in the beginning, September, it's all about discipline. So start to understand who you are, where you are, and then where you want to go. Whatever you got to do. Because Yoda ain't even touched on, you know what I'm saying? 369, different ways to manifest. Like, the man got a whole bag. Y'all don't even realize who y'all got in front of you. I told you, 2026, he gonna start charging. Even even if he don't do it, we gonna look. He charging because we can't keep giving out this information for free. I mean, we could. I mean, y'all got the rest of the year, which is 4 months, but our time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? And we take time to do the research to give it to y'all. So it's the least y'all can do. So don't be mad when we saying we start charging on Patreon. You know what I'm saying?
To perfect this new platform.
Yeah, most definitely. Give it time. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It ain't gonna be an instant thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got time, but
The show's not gonna be an hour long. I'll tell you that.
nah, 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 nah.
We gonna get to the point, get above this thing.
Yeah, we what we're doing now is we catching up. This is catch up really because we've been gone for so long, but we're gonna tailor everything down. Like we did before, typically 25, 30 minutes. Um, Yoda gonna have his segment. I'm gonna have mine. We're gonna get back to the structure, but what we doing now is really just putting information out. Like we are in the days and times to where it's like, okay, this is what you need to know. It may seem a little long winded, but when you go back and listen to it, it's oh damn, I'm glad that nigga really explained that. I'm glad he added on to that and he just keep it. Yeah, trust me. That's what it is. But like I said, the train is not stopping. We're gonna keep moving. Things gonna speed up, and it's either you catch up or you get left behind. Same thing with the money. I'm telling you, the the portfolio, because I ain't even got into the whole dividend piece, but the focal point right now is getting into the crypto space, positioning ourselves. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't. But at the same time, we will position ourselves to be in the space. So when things do happen, because eventually things are going to happen, we just don't know the timetable. We're going to be in position. I don't want niggas coming back to this episode years later like, oh, this nigga Cam was right. Yeah, nigga, I told you. Damn, I should have listened. Yeah. Damn. Now, mind you, I do research for fun because I want to know this stuff. Same thing with Yoda. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is his thing. He lives this. I live in the financial space. Like, we live this stuff. This is not something that we just off a whim. Like, oh, no, nigga, we really talk about this stuff. We really dive in and learn this stuff. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. You know what I'm saying? We are over hour, and the last episode was an hour 29. But like I said, it was a lot of good information, just like today. A lot of good information out there. Going forward, we are gonna tailor it down. We try to, you know what I'm saying, 25, 30 minutes, maybe 35, 40, just depending on the conversation. But we're gonna have a more structured format. Like I said, Yoda gonna have his segment. I'm gonna have mine, and we're gonna tie it up at the end, and we're gonna keep it moving. But you got anything to say, Yoda?
Stay up this week and just take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically. And we'll see y'all Sunday, man. I'm telling you, Sunday's gonna kick off. I'm coming in hot.
Sundays are the move. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
I'm coming every Sunday. We dedicated here, testing out the new platform. We got 2 episodes of just playing with it out now. It's time to really bring some scholarship and some more information, so y'all can really see what we tapping into.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Oh,
So you
when I'm gonna get the schedule too, but we play Saturday too, man. First game is shout out to the M City Outlaws, AU. Shout out to
shout out to the young boy Landon, man. Shout out to him. Hey, it's a
whole team, man.
that's a lot of young men out there that are not doing the things that they supposed to do. But he one of them. He's one of them that is putting in the work. I told you he one of them ones, man. He one of them ones. I'm looking forward to what he does this season, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. So, but we'll see y'all, man.
Hey,
Good talking to everybody.
yeah. Hey, look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because, like I said, we up over an hour. You know what I'm saying? I got to do some editing and you know what I'm saying some continuous learning on the back end. You know, but once again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I showed y'all the YouTube channel. Um, get over to the Facebook, most definitely. But once again, this is Garage Talk, where every dollar has discipline and every lesson has purpose. Y'all stay up. Peace.